Hello and welcome back everyone. Andy Bryan here again from The Soul Pathway, and today within this video I wanted to speak with you all about self-care and taking the pressure off yourself, because I personally believe these two go very much hand in hand. As when we look at the world around us, the society and the culture at which we live is placing pressure and expectations on us all the time to be and live a certain way, so much so that we place ourselves in situations of pressure where we feel we need to live up to societal and cultural expectations, which can be incredibly damaging to us and the experiences that we go through. We feel we need to be perfect in each and every area of our lives in order to be quote unquote successful. And this pressure is completely needless in my opinion, because I believe it all comes back to learning to connect with who we are at the unconscious, connect with ourselves at the soul level so that we can embody who we truly are. And this for me is detaching from those conditional expectations of what our society and culture deems that we need to be, so that we can connect with our unconscious values, motivations and beliefs and what drives us each and every day. And also, so as I said in many videos, so we can heal from shadow aspects that are holding ourselves back, keeping us wounded and preventing us from living our most fulfilled lives. But that pressure pot is very much like a boiling pot of water. You can put the saucepan on, the lid of the saucepan on the pan, and as you boil that water, it gets more and more ferocious in that pan, and soon enough the lid pops off, or it overfills. Much like ourselves in our own lives, we feel we need to live up to those expectations, so that we place pressure on ourselves more and more each and every day until we become overwhelmed, and that water overfills and our emotion overfills as well. We become so lost in our own thoughts, in our emotions, in our own experiences, that we need to take time out for ourselves in order to honor and love who we are. And for me, this comes down to self-care, because self-care is key in all of these experiences. So what is self-care, and how do we step into a place of self-care in the situations that we're going through? And for me, it's not just going to have a massage, pedicure if you're a woman. It's not just going out in nature like I'm doing here, which is a beautiful way to disconnect and reconnect with your soul. But for me, in many ways, it's more about honouring your need for space at times. And I spoke about this in a previous video actually. But space is incredibly important for us, especially when we're overwhelmed. And I've actually taken the week out, as I mentioned in the previous video as well, because I've become very, very overwhelmed by certain situations and experiences within my own life. So I've honoured my need for space and healing, so that I can love myself and honour who I am, so that I can step away from all these beliefs of who I should be, step back, reflect and love myself, so that I can really think about self-care. But I think what's interesting is noticing when we are placing pressure upon ourselves, because often we don't realise that we're doing it. And the reason I say that is because I've been through certain situations and experiences in my life very recently where I feel like other people have been placing pressure on themselves, and I feel like I notice that, which is sad at times, because we feel like we need to be perfect, the perfect image of what everybody else deems us to be. And I realized actually I was doing that myself. I was doing that myself when it comes to, that pressure pot and the boiling pot. And I was trying to take on so much work and do the best that I could, that I was completely neglecting who I was in these experiences, placing pressure on myself with regards to expectations and needs and wants and all those things that came to mind for me. And I thought, you know what, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What does matter though? The most important thing that matters for me, for you, is that you honour and love yourself, and you take that time out and don't place expectations on yourself that things need to be a certain way, because we need to be mindful and present in each and every experience. And I did say that self-care isn't just going out in nature, but for me, going out in nature allows me to disconnect from all those thoughts that I have in my mind, the thoughts that are overflowing, even the emotions that are overflowing at times, and really reconnect with my soul, because my soul is really providing me with what is going to be guiding me forward. We think it's our ego. We think we set goals and outcomes and visions of what we want to create in our lives, and we strive towards that. And yet we don't realise that when we connect with our soul and what is in our hearts, and we work from that place, that we are very much driven in a different way. And when we work from this place, I do believe that is where we take the pressure off ourselves, and we live through these different experiences. And for me, that's what self-care and taking the pressure off yourself is all about. It's really being mindful and present in who you are, but honouring your need for space in any given experience at which you're going through. So this is just a short video today. As I'm out in nature, I wanted to record a video and speak about how this can support and help you as you move forward on your journey and soul pathway, because it's all about living from the soul. So I hope you have found this to be valuable and useful. I know I've been having my meandering thoughts expressed through video in these last few days, but it's allowed me to get out my thoughts, so air them with the world and with the universe. And in the process of doing so, I hope you found them to be valuable for yourself. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them in the below this video, and I look forward to assisting you on your spiritual journey and soul pathway. Bye for now.